Welcome back. You're watching Wisconsin Family. We took a little trip out to Monona. We're right on the water's edge here at RMR Wealth Advisors. If a divorce is something that you're facing right now, there's so much to know, especially when it comes to the financial part of things. And these folks have some good advice and tips to help you through that. So stick around for that a little bit later. Right now, we're meeting with Alex Vang. He's the CEO for PDSI. That stands for Pinpoint Diagnostic, Soundwaves Imaging. We're going to learn what that is. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
All right, so Alex, you folks provide affordable ultrasound services. Now, there have been some changes like this year, 2019. The law that says that you have to have health insurance has been lifted. So there's a lot of people that are opting out of health insurance, and I'm wondering how your services can maybe apply or help with those folks.
Yeah, you know, it's intriguing because I was reading an article about that, and you know, the article was referenced by like the Kaiser Family Foundation. And so an analysis was done that before the law took effect in 2013, 44 million Americans did not have health coverage. And you know, in the recent, I think 2017, the analysis says that it actually rose. I mean, it dropped dramatically, but it rose from 2016 to 2017, and I think it was 27.4 million Americans right now that don't have health coverage. And now you think about, like, with the law being lifted and now people aren't penalized to for having health insurance, I would only imagine that number would increase. Mm-hmm. And so with it increasing, I think it's vitally important, you know, that you try to find services that are more affordable out there. And as a healthcare provider, that's what I do with my services. I just provide them an affordable way of getting that diagnostic ultrasound service that they wouldn't be able to have. And as more Americans are becoming uninsured, it just makes more sense for these type of services that I provide.
Yeah, absolutely, too. And you know, you talk about laws, and there's another law that maybe people don't know about, but I'm in the restaurant business full time, and so as a district manager, you go to any one of my restaurants, you know exactly how much something costs. You know, you go to any store, you could see what prices are. In the healthcare business, it's not so much like that. However, there's a law in place where they're supposed to do this, right, via internet or a readable format. So how is that information useful for people?
Yeah, you know, and that law is the CMS Price Health Transparency Rule, where it states that, you know, hospitals now have to make available costs for procedures that they provide at their hospital. And that's important now, you know, because we all know that back then trying to figure out what the cost for your health was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Mm-hmm. You know, you get the runaround, and people would be frustrated. But with this law, now you're able to see, hey, you know, this hospital has to say this is what the price is for certain exams. And that's huge because now people are able to compare prices to see, you know, where is the value. And when you compare the price that I provide for certain ultrasound procedures compared to the other hospitals, you're going to see that there's a huge difference. It's a 40 to 60% savings on the traditional medical bill.
So that transparency not only helps you comparison shop, but maybe helps you budget too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Especially services you can't decide, maybe I'll get it, maybe not. You just got to do it. So how nice to have an affordable option too. Let's talk a little bit more specifically about your services and the value that you have. So these are ultrasound services for all kinds of things.
Right. So the value is that, you know, once you are able to go and see what the prices are and compare and shop around, like I said, there's huge savings, 40 to 60% up. And you know what's included with our service is that there is no charge for physicians' interpretation. You know, that's something that hospitals will charge, you know, along with the images. You know, there's the interpretation fee, there's, you know, the facility fees. And so the value in what we provide is that you get all that. It's not a brainer. You're gonna get affordable services. And we also provide individuals with a copy of their report and their images, so that they do have, they can take that information to their providers to have control of their own health. And so, you know, there's a lot of values to what we're trying to bring by, you know, offering people peace of mind and empowering them to be able to choose their costs and their care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also I think too, when it comes to their health, now ultrasound services, how can this like help improve someone's health?
You know, it's a very great way to kind of get an idea of what's going on inside your body. So if you had lab values that suggested that your liver enzymes and stuff could be slightly higher or lower, an ultrasound can be done to kind of evaluate to see whether or not that liver is fatty or if it's inflamed, or if there's any kind of conditions that are affecting that liver. And of course, as you're exercising, changing diet, you know, your lab values kind of improve. You wonder, okay, is my liver still in that state? Well, a follow-up ultrasound can determine whether or not there's been improvement to your anatomy structures or your organs and stuff, to see if what you're doing is working or if you need to change your approach to what you're doing.
Very good. So you get that baseline and then see any change from that
Right,
point
there's
forward.
a way to measure all that stuff.
All right, we've got to run, Alex. If you are interested in affordable ultrasound services, check out the website. Really thorough website telling all the different services that they offer. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks again.
All right, more Wisconsin Family. Stay close.